action. Good afternoon. This devotional is being recorded for Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. I had an old pastor friend that used to tell me that common sense was a valuable commodity and we should all try to use it. He also said it was getting rarer and harder to find. King Solomon refers to common sense in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 21 to 26, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, 2nd edition. It says, "My child, don't lose sight of common sense and discernment. Hang on to them, for they will refresh your soul. They're like jewels on a necklace. They keep you safe on your way, and your feet will not stumble. You can go to bed without fear. You can lie down and sleep soundly. You need not be afraid of sudden disaster or the destruction that comes upon the wicked, for the Lord is your security. He will keep your foot from being caught in a trap." Here, Solomon links the two characteristics of common sense and discernment. Common sense is the ability to look at something and see what the possible outcomes are, to recognize when things will be costly or when things will be beneficial, and see what's going to happen when something else happens. That's common sense. Discernment is the ability to differentiate between what's good and bad, or even to be able to differentiate between what's better and best. Common sense, the ability to see the consequences of our actions. Discernment, the ability to tell what's a good or a better or a best option when we have to choose between things. And Solomon links them together for attributes that help us have a better life. He lists 4 benefits to using both common sense and discernment. The first one is that it refreshes our souls. I don't know about you, but some days we get awfully tired. Not physically tired, but mentally and emotionally weary. And common sense and discernment refresh our souls, help us rejuvenate when we're mentally and emotionally weary. Then he says it keeps us safe. Boy, we do a lot of things to keep ourselves safe. But making the right decisions at the right time, boy, that keeps us safe in a lot of other ways. It helps us avoid the pitfalls of wrong decisions. Not to stumble. I've always had big feet. When I was a teenager, my feet were bigger than the rest of me. And I used to fall down a lot and trip a lot. And the ability to keep from stumbling is a beautiful ability. And then to sleep soundly. You don't have to watch TV very long before you see a commercial for some kind of sleep aid. Why? Because sometimes it's hard to sleep well. And common sense and discernment help us lay our heads on the pillow and enjoy better sleep. That's what Solomon says. And then he reminds us, before we get too caught up in our own common sense and discernment and think how wonderfully wise and beautiful we are, that God is our security. The Lord is our security and keeps our feet out of a trap. Now, one of the things that has to happen before you get your foot caught in a trap is you have to be going somewhere. If you're just sitting in your recliner all the time, you're not getting your feet caught in the trap. But if you're trying to get somewhere, there's traps abound, and God helps us avoid them. God keeps us out, and common sense and discernment help us to stay out of the traps that come our way. How beautiful it is that God's plan for us includes the beautiful characteristics of common sense and discernment. May we both be sensible and discerning this week. God bless you.